Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to just use the first letter of your name, N, and I am Michael Buckhoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the TOEFL online course, the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you made a comment over at my study guides tab, part of my website, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look at your comments here. So you say, hi Michael, I am an architect. I want to continue my education in a master's degree in the United States. So first of all, congratulations so far on your progress. You've already gotten a 4-year degree, which is fantastic. You've already been studying English and you got 67 on your last TOEFL exam. You had 17 points in the reading. You had 14 points in the listening. You had 18 points in the speaking, and again 18 points in the writing. You say, I'm ready to do anything to achieve my goal. Pretty strong words there, my friend. You said, I've decided to study very hard on a daily basis, 5 hours per day. My goal is at least 85, but I don't know in which of your 7-step programs I can gain that. So that's a good question. Okay, so you got 5 hours a day. Let's take a look at what you can do. So I'm going to make some notes right here. And I hope you don't burn out here. Okay, here's what I got. I'm going to recommend right now, I think your question here is, can you, excuse me. Okay, your question is, can you reach the goal in 30 days? I'm going to say it's not likely in 30 days. You're looking really at about 20 points, right? So that means my best guess is a lot of my students, and I'm basing this on my online TOEFL course. I've been teaching it now since about 2008, and I teach about 2,000 students a year. And a lot of my students, they tell me what their score is, and then they tell me what their TOEFL score is after they use my course. And realistically, most students improve about 5 to 10 points for each month that they use my service. So I'm guessing that you're probably looking at about 90 days based on your situation. So here are my recommendations right now based on your specific situation. You might want to write these things down. 1 hour a day you can spend reading. And when you're reading, don't use TOEFL materials here. You'll get enough reading materials in my online course, trust me. But read magazines, newspapers, and longer books. Do that every day for about an hour. Also, spend about 1 hour a day practicing listening. You can practice listening to certain kinds of TV programs, but with an emphasis on history, news, science, and documentary programs. Now, if you do not have access to American TV, I'm going to write a website here for you. First of all, this one. This is called npr.org. This is National Public Radio. This is a great website to focus on your academic listening. You can listen to things about current events and so on. And I'm going to give you one more here, one more website if you don't have access to television. The second one, it's called TED Talks. TED Talks is a website where you watch videos of professors, educators, motivational speakers, and a whole bunch of other things. But all of these people, they're speaking about topics that are kind of interesting, and you can find out what topics are more interesting to you. The main thing here is don't just think about TOEFL here, but try to learn information. Try to be motivated. So if you read to learn or you listen to learn information to make your life better, you're more likely to stick with this routine if you make it meaningful to your life. Now at the same time, it's going to help you in your TOEFL preparation, I promise. Now as you're doing your reading and your listening, focus on notes. You want to take notes on the main points of those reading and listening passages. Also, you want to get down the supporting points of those reading and listening passages. But you're not done yet. Now, using your notes, you can practice either writing a summary of the reading and listening passages, or you can orally summarize those reading and listening passages. So I think that will be very, very useful. I think that will really help benefit your integrated speaking and integrated writing proficiencies. So that's one thing that I might recommend there. So, okay, the next thing. So we've talked about 1 hour reading, 1 hour listening. Now for my online course, I'm going to recommend 2 hours every day, as much as you can. Go through the 90-day study guide. Now there's a very heavy emphasis on vocabulary. Now some of the vocabulary lessons, you can't complete them in a day and not even a week. So you want to work on the vocabulary lessons probably for the next 3 months, because your goal as you go through my vocabulary lessons is to learn 1,700 college level words. That's going to open up your understanding to the English language by mastering those words. But you and I know it takes some time to learn those words, but you want to really do that. So my 90-day TOEFL study guide, you're going to get vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar lessons. You'll get reading, listening, and also writing and speaking. Right? So I think that's probably your best bet. And if I remember correctly, you made the comment directly at my website on the TOEFL IBT Study Guide webpage. So you just need to go to that webpage again and just click and download the 90-day TOEFL Study Guide, which is one I recommend for you. Now remember though, I'm recommending a study guide right now, but I don't want you to feel like I'm forcing you into a certain study routine. Once you make your payment, you will have complete unlimited access to all of my lessons and all 7 steps. That's 630 lessons in those 7 steps. So you can work on anything you want, anytime you want. My study guide is just simply a plan that will direct you to certain parts of my course at certain days over the next 3 months based on your goals. But of course, you can use my course any way you like. The main thing for you, one of the most important things that you want to think about with my online course is you can do a lot of the reading and the listening practice on your own, but you can't get feedback on the writing, pronunciation, and the speaking areas of your language, right? And my course will do that. So make sure as you follow my study guide, make sure you post your pronunciation, speaking, and writing practice tests on a regular basis so you can get some feedback from me. You make a few changes, you review some recommended lessons, and you get a little bit better. So it's kind of a slow, steady process. I don't promise miracles at my website. I'm not going to say you're going to improve your TOEFL 50 points in 1 week. I don't do anything like that, but if you follow my program, you will make slow, steady progress. It's little by little. That's how most people acquire a new language. They don't just do it all at once. It's just something that happens over a period of time. And my online course will help you do that. Now, one other thing before I forget. In the 8th step of my course, I just added this service about a month or so ago, but I am offering full-length TOEFL IBT practice test that you can take online. So maybe after you go through my 90-day study guide and complete all those lessons, before you make the investment, the $200 investment, you can take one of my full-length IBT practice tests so you can mark your progress, get analysis of your results, and then you can make a decision about whether or not you're ready to take the actual TOEFL IBT exam. Alrighty, anyway, thank you very much, and good luck to you and all the best to your high scoring TOEFL success.